Okay, Michael's car can travel 25 miles on 1 gallon of gas. The cost of gas is $3.70 per gallon. Which equation would calculate the total cost of gas, T, based on the number of miles traveled, N? So what we're going to do for this is find how much 1 mile will cost based on the fact that 25 miles will cost $3.75. So over here, what I did was I divided $3.75 into 25 miles. And in order to do that, you have to move the decimal over 2. So I move this decimal over 2. And I didn't finish all the long division because I didn't have to, because the first two numbers I got were 6.6, which means the only logical answer is D. So you have to find out the cost per mile, so that no matter how many miles your trip is, you substitute that in for N and multiply it by the unit rate of 6.67, and that's cents, and that will give you T, total cost. Next question. Look at point S in the coordinate grid below. If a line contains both point S and the origin, which point would the line also contain? This is going to be hard to do on this. So it's, I should make it bigger. It's going to be up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. Let's see if that will help us. Maybe there's another way to do it. Let's see. 1/2 is K. I don't know if that's going to help us or not. 1, if I put this in a table, I get 1 and 2. Those all seem to be backwards. Rise 1 over 2. Let's see what happens when we get to y is 8. If we get to y is 8. I don't even get that far. Kind of tricky. All right, this coordinate is 2, 1. So let's see if we can look at that kind of relationship. So that's not half. This is half. That's not half, and that's not half. So I'm going to go with B. And again, this is kind of the way you have to think through it. I think one of the hard things with ratio and proportion is there's so many ways to figure out answers to each problem. And a lot of it comes back to equivalent fractions, proportional relationships. Let's try another one. Okay. Which equation could be used to represent the data in the table? All right. It looks to me like the K is positive 3. This isn't really one I have to do that y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, because I know that negative 3 times positive 3 is negative 9, negative 1 times positive 3 is negative 3, 3 times 3 is 9, and 7 times 3 is 21. I know that. So what's the only one that has y equals 3x? Well, that would be B. Let's try another one. Okay. Julie works at a movie theater. She worked 28 hours and earned $261.80. Which equation represents Julie's earnings Y for X hours worked? All right, so this one's going to be a little bit tricky without a calculator, but we can do it. So that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Let's see. I'm going to guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 16, 22. Sorry, I'm doing this after the basketball tournament. My brain's a little fried. Well, that wasn't enough. I guess I can do 9. Let's see if I can do 9. 9 times 8 is 72. 18, 25. That'll get us closer. 98. So 1, 2, 3. Well, already it looks like it's going to be A, but we'll keep going. So 24, 6, 7, 8. Oops, didn't have to do that. 4. And if this is 5, then we're in business. There you go. So all you have to do is do the division to find out the unit rate. I think that was the last one for this. Yes.